Like if it's on television and it's on, yeah, okay, I'll say it.
Well, I don't think I'd see Bohemian Rhapsody twice. Like I think I got enough out of it once. But Crazy Rich Asians, I would see that twice.
Okay, all right. Let's talk about Crazy Rich Asians because I finally saw it. And I'm telling you that would never happen.
Why?
I'm just, and we can pull our age, you know, every Asian you want to talk to, but like there is no way that ending happens. No way.
Like on the airplane?
No, well, not the airplane. I'm just saying the whole concept. You're like the whole concept of like this Asian mother is going to all of a sudden acquiesce and give up all this face to her future daughter-in-law. That is never gonna happen. That was totally written for an American type culture.
I can see that.
Like that's never, like I've never known any Asian matriarch who's gonna be like, oh yeah, I've been wrong all this time, you're right.
True.
That's never gonna happen.
True. Also,
right?
The whole like Sleepless in Seattle coming to get her on the plane, stuff like that. It's just like it isn't realistic. It doesn't really happen in real life, and I feel like it's bad because it sets people up for this like fake belief of what romance is, and people think that this is perfect romance and this is what it should look like, and people should make these grandiose gestures, and it's like it's not the real world.
That's right. It's not the real world.
But I mean, every wedding should be like that. On the flip side, because, I mean, oh my God, when she's like walking through the water, guess who was crying? Spoilers, it was me. I cried so hard. Really? It was so beautiful and it was so romantic as she's walking down through the water. Oh my God. And then I also cried on the airplane. So while I'm saying that I don't think it's realistic and it's never going to happen, at the same time, it's like, who doesn't want that? I mean, I would be really frustrated if I was the other passengers trying to leave and this shit was happening and I was trying to get to my seat.
Yeah.
I mean, I would be that passenger that's like, why don't you guys take this to the bathroom or get off the plane?
Yeah, that's never gonna. That's not gonna happen. The whole family thing.
The mahjong scene was really well done, very calculated.
Yeah,
and
but it's never gonna happen.
It's never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
Also, I met two very wonderful women from Singapore who said that a lot of those like really rich houses weren't in Singapore.
No.
The one was in.
There's not space like that in Singapore.
No, but they did say the one house, like the friend's house, that is there.
Yeah. But like but like the whole thing where they drove into this forest and then there's no forest in Singapore.
Oh.
Singapore is tiny.
Right, I'll take your word for it. I've never been there.
It's just it's tiny. There's like one park, but then there's no house there.
Well, these two wonderful women travelers that we were on the cruise with in Vietnam, they said, well, we're from Singapore, and I'm like, oh, so did you see the movie? Because I'm that guy that's like, oh, so you must have seen the movie that's about it.
This is everything I know about Singapore, so that must be what Singapore is.
Let's start a conversation about the one thing I know. And she's like, oh, it wasn't very, very realistic at all, but I've seen it 4 times. She like super loves it.
So why didn't they think it was realistic?
Because they're like, well,
right, like, yeah.
Well, not so much for like the whole like romance and matriarch thing, but they were saying it's like, well, we're from Singapore. We're not crazy rich Asians. Not everyone's a crazy rich Asian. It's like, oh, they kind of made it seem like that in the movie. So there wasn't a lot of like, it just seemed like the entire culture is very.
Yeah, right. Like, so like I found it interesting. Yeah, like so Aquafina's character had an Audi R8.
Maybe.
Right.
I'm not very good at cars.
I'm sure that's what it was. And so an Audi R8. So I don't know what it goes for right now. But say it's 120,000. Okay.
What? That's like a house.
Right, but to get it into Singapore, you're talking, to get the license for that, it's probably $700,000, $800,000. Because to import cars into Singapore, it's vastly expensive. It's not just the car, you got to pay for the license. It's based on the value of the car.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I used to have an employee that lived in Singapore, and he had like a Toyota Corolla. And he had like his 10-year license was going to expire, and I remember he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm probably going to have to get rid of the car because I can't afford the license." And I was like, "Well, how much is the license?" And he was like, "Oh, this much Singapore dollars." And I was like, "That's $50,000." And he's like, "Yeah."
Oh my God.
And he's like, "Yeah, so I'll probably have to get rid of the car."
Oh, that's crazy. Well, what also I don't understand, and I didn't go to high school, and so I guess I just felt like the entire movie was super high school with like all the catty women that are like, oh no you shouldn't go free. What? Yeah. No, I don't understand that, because like the whole like there was like a fish in the bed, right? And like blood, and I'm like, I don't know. I think
they-
that's super over the top. That would never
Yeah.
probably happen. But the whole like bitchiness is just like
I could see that happening.
I don't know. I really hope not. I mean, I just
could
feel bad for
see-
my gender as depicted in that
Yeah,
movie.
well, it's not. I don't know that it's gender, but I could see a lot of Asians. Like, I go on record by saying that Asian women are more crazy than most women.
Oh, but
And,
it's
like,
just so cruel.
And I can see that they can be, yeah. Like, if you get the wrong side of the wrong person, I can see shit like that. Like,
No.
pretty addictive.
But great movie. You'd watch it again?
No,
I would watch it again.
I would not watch it again.
I would, but mostly just because I love the music. The music really elevated the movie too, and
The soundtrack was good, yeah.
I really wanted to be
But
like
a
her.
lot of American songs in English, right? Or Chinese,
Very true.
right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think every girl wants to be like her because she's like really strong and she stands up for who she is, and at the same time
yeah,
she's
she's
like
a
really,
but you have to acknowledge she's Asian, but she's a very American
yes.
character.
And I feel like they played that up so that we would really root
Yeah,
for her.
true.
Yeah.
True.
Which also is very us versus them.
Right.
So I guess I kind of played into
Right.
that.
But who's, you know,
Feels shallow
like,
now.
well, but like the cast is amazing. Like Michelle Yeoh, like how, like
She's
I
amazing.
don't know how old she is, but she looked fantastic, and she's a great actress.
She must be like 30.
No, I think she's
Maybe 28.
pretty sure she's like 50s or 60s.
God, I should lotion more.
I mean, and she did hard shit, right? Back when she was working with Jackie. Like
Oh,
she
yeah.
straight. I think she broke her back once, and she fucked herself up doing stunts in movies and shit. So she's serious business. So it's kind of cool to see her in all these different roles. Right?
I would agree. So I would see it again just to see her. She was very poised and elegant.
Yeah, we'll see what this second one's gonna be like. I don't know.
Wait, what? There's another one?
Yeah, there's coming out the sequel. There's like 3 books, and then I guess I know I should know more. I know more about this than I should, but because I've never read the books, I don't know what it was about. No. And so, but there's supposed to be, I think, a second movie coming out.
That's
And I have to
exciting.
imagine it has to be like they have kids or something, right? It's got to be like formulated.
Well, they didn't get married in the end, did they?
No, but they got engaged, so it's implied they're going to get married.
Well, maybe the next movie will be their marriage. Their wedding.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would that be a good movie?
I don't know. I'm not huge on the whole kid thing. It's going to be another creature feature.
Yeah.